So without further ado, following our agenda, our next showcase is tips and ideas and suggestions on how to live. We are in E4E, we are, concerned always about growing our business, a successful business, but also we understand the idea, the value of living a quality life. And so without further ado, I'm going to bring up our E4E partner, John Eyres. So John, I'm going to turn it over to you. And you're on mute, but I know you're pulling up your slide presentation.
Unmute. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I hit share, and then I think I'm going to bring this up. Do you see it?
I see it. Good job.
Okay. Good. So how interesting it was that Andy talked about the power of words, and I'm going to really share kind of my belief system about how important I think it is to speak out words to help direct your future by the words that you talk about. And to me, it's kind of a total belief in yourself system, but it's just something I wanted to share today that I think can be interesting. So I really believe in the power of speaking out what you want to have. I've been doing this for over 36 years, so I'm a total believer in it. And I would say a good part of this I got from some books that I've read. One of them was Norman Vincent Peale book, and Earl Nightingale also had this principle 40 years ago. And of course, it's also very similar to the law of attraction that many people are aware of. And at the end of my slideshow, I will have a couple resources for you to be able to take a look at. So keep that in mind. But I'm a total believer in this speaking out what you believe. I would say, too, another part of my belief system comes from my church. They've been teaching it I've been a member of my same church now for 36 plus years. But, speaking out the power of words, I base my belief on a couple Bible verses, and two of the ones that I use are Job 22:28, thou shalt decree a thing, and it shall be established unto you. And then, of course, 2 Corinthians 4:13, yet we have the same spirit of faith as he that wrote, I have believed, and therefore I spoken. We too believe, and therefore we speak. So I kind of always base a lot of things from a Bible verse for my belief system, and it just helps me be more in tune with my faith and helps me be stronger in what I believe for. So what I wanted to share today is thinking always about your destiny, your future. What do you want to achieve? I've really been into some books the past couple of years about achieving your fulfillment in life. And that's also a self-fulfillment. When you know some of the things and understand some of the goals and areas that make you happy or that you're striving for and can help bless you in areas, I think it's a great win situation. And I feel very fortunate. I got into my business 14 and a half years ago of calling people on the phone. And it was a perfect fit. It's kind of a niche for me. I love talking on the phone. So every day I'm very excited to get up, get out of bed, and know I've got a great day ahead of me for my work job because I love it so much. And what a great blessing. Not everybody in life, I think, gets to achieve what I have found, and that is, true happiness and talking to people on the phone. I'm really good at it. I love it, and it comes through in my dials. So encourage you to think about down the road, years ahead, what is your destiny? What are you looking for your fulfillment? So business paths, let's talk about that a little bit. What do you want for your business? What do you want it to look like? Last year, I did a vacation trip to Arizona for a month, and these three words, pause, ponder, and reflect, really jumped out at me on some of the walks I took after I was finished calling some days. There were some really nice resorts in our area, and I took some fabulous walks and would sit down at places and just look at maybe a waterfall at a resort and think about the beauty of it, how neat it was, the calmness of it. So I really learned to think about, man, how important it is that we pause, we ponder, we kind of reflect on things in life and in our business. So try to forecast, desire your business. Where do you want to go in the next 10 to 15 to 20 years? And I know when I was in sales back in my 30s and 40s, I wished I would have done more planning out. I did a lot of 5 and 10-year goals. I never really pushed out the 20 or 25-year goals. What do you want to be doing? What do you want to be in 25 years? So one thing I encourage my children to do now is be thinking not only 10 years out, but what about 20? What about 30 years out? So I write down my goals. I think it's important to write them down because then you have them on paper, you can see them out. The other aspect I do is speak them out aloud every day. So I have note cards with my goals, and generally I speak them about 3 times a day. So I just show you some samples of my goals. They're in note cards and pieces of paper. In my Bible time in the morning, I have note cards in my Bible. I also have note cards in the bathroom, and then I have note cards in that at my dresser at night. So my dad, I have to credit my father. This is something I learned from my dad. I always had to keep a book in the bathroom as a kid growing up to be reading through a book. So I have applied that time in the bathroom to also go over my goals in that. So it's a time to reflect and why not make good use of your time? And then, of course, I do a meditation time every day for 10 minutes, and I review my 30-year plan that I have as a goal to take me to age 95. And it's exciting just thinking about the things that are ahead for me. I'm excited about getting to my 70s. I'm going to be excited about getting to my 80s. I plan to retire when I'm around 80. So after that, I've got some exciting things I'm looking to do. And what I do, I speak out some of those things every day that I know I'm going to get there. So I wanted to share business-wise some of the things that I speak out every day that are oriented to my business. So I believe I'm bringing in this amount of calling programs, 4 $2,500 call programs, $15,000 call programs, 5 $1,500 call programs, 2 $7,500, and 1 to 2 $10,000 call projects. So I speak that out every day and a couple times a day. And I believe for 5 new clients each month. I did a little tally. Last year, I gained 39 new business clients, and I had about 11 clients that came back to me that were reoccurring clients. So I do believe in the system, and that's why I speak it out every day. I always speak out too. People are referring my name to call for telemarketing projects, and I speak out. I get calls or emails on a weekly basis for new business leads. So I plan to continue my business to age 80. I plan to sell my business in 2035, and I speak it out. I might sell it to my daughter, Mackenzie, maybe one of my BCC callers, one of my competitors, another business, or maybe a highly motivated salesperson like myself. Be a great fit for a young salesperson, maybe in their mid-30s, to be able to take over what I've done and have a solo business to be able to run. I'm very, very strong on vision boards. I think pictures paint 1,000 words. So that's a shot of my vision board in my office right behind my desk. And every morning when I come up to my office, I have a cup of coffee and I go to my vision board and look and speak out things over my vision board. So it's very powerful to me, and I would encourage you to create a vision board. Mine kind of keeps growing. It's taken over the wall, but on the bottom right area, in the picture frame, that is a picture of Machu Picchu. My son and I, Blake, plan to go do a jungle hike to Machu Picchu in the next 2 to 3 years. So that's one of my dream visions. On a personal level, here's some things that I speak out daily. And I just want to share this because I think it's interesting and I totally believe in it. So that's why I speak it out. And I have a very strong belief system in some of these areas I'm going to share with you. So I speak out 2021 is going to be the best year of my life. I had the best year of my life last year. It was awesome. I had a great time. And so I'm believing for a great year this year. I also speak out I will never have cancer. My body does not produce growths or tumors. I will never have arthritis in my joints, my knees, hips, and ankles. They're going to function properly to serve me all the days of my long life. I will never have Parkinson's disease or Alzheimer's or any other ailments associated with old age. No thyroid, no dementia, no shingles, no gout, no plantar fasciitis, et cetera, et cetera. And I always speak out too. My arteries and veins flow with blood easily and effectively at 100% every day. I believe in that. I know it's important. I want that blood to flow. I want to keep going with my legs to keep hiking and doing the things we do. I never will have a heart attack. I'm never going to have an aneurysm. I'm never going to have a stroke. I'm never going to have a body organ transplant. I'm never going to have a pacemaker. So just giving you ideas of where my thinking is on my health. So I want to encourage you, get out of your safe zone, start living maybe in the faith zone, and envision possibilities for your destiny. One thing that I like to do in my meditation time is just get to a quiet state and envision things I want for the future. Travel, hiking in certain areas. Chris and I would plan, we're going to hike part of the Grand Canyon. And so we are going to hike that day, that canyon trip, and I think about it and envision it sometimes. So envision the possibilities for what you want to do for your future. Also, make sure you sensitize yourself to the beauty and the excitement of living every day. Man, every day you get up and you're breathing, it's a good day. You know what I mean? You got to be happy when you can climb out of bed and be able to put your pants on and tie your own shoes. That's a great day. Also, I think your attitude determines your altitude. How high are you going to fly? And so I'm a total believer in this. I think having the right attitude about everything, just about your food, your relationship, your business, your personal exercise program, everything you're doing relates back to your attitude towards that and how it will reflect and be a positive statement in your life. And of course, I want to talk about chocolate. I know that Glenda likes chocolate, so I want to bring that up today. I love chocolate. So as an ending piece, here are some people that I think are great models for us. Earl Nightingale was a great radio speaker, author, expert on human character. He is someone you might want to look at some of his stuff. And of course, Norman Vincent Peale. And my mother back in the 60s was really into Norman Vincent Peale. So I got drilled on a lot of his positive thinking. And there's a book he wrote called Dynamic Imaging, The Powerful Way to Change Your Life. I read that book every year, and it's a way of, and again, imaging what you want for your future. And of course, there's the law of attraction. And Google that. I encourage you to just take a look at some of the things there. But it uses the power of the mind to translate whatever is in your thoughts and help materialize them into reality. So that's my quick and short and brief presentation today. So a little food for thought there.
John, okay, I love you for so many reasons, not just because you mentioned chocolate, but you know what I love about you, and I'm privileged to have you in my mastermind group. So I know you are such an inspiration to me, and I love you today sharing your heart with us, and also your personal goals, your visions. We all benefited from that, and it was certainly an inspiration on this cold, wintry day to, get our head right and, focus on the things that are important to us in life. So I thank you for that. I truly do.
Cool. Every one of you should personalize it to fit your individual life, but I was just sharing some of my aspects and some of the sentences and words and powerful statements that I speak out every day. Been doing it for many years. I totally believe in it. So I think it's going to get me to where I need to be.